What was that?
Hello, StookyDoo22. You haven't made a top 10 list in over a year, and the last one you did was quite bad. What were you thinking with the I rule joke? That was just terrible. But everyone improves. I want to see how much you have improved. If you do not make another top 10 list, I will make sure you pay.
Cash your credit. I have pennies.
No, you will pay in other ways. But you won't have to if you make another top 10 list.
Sure, why not?
Wait, has Sonic Boom ended yet? Oh, that's not the right kind of Sonic Boom. And the wiki doesn't say. The reason why I picked Sonic Boom to be number 10 is because the show is very self-aware and has quite a lot of good jokes, including a few memes.
Order up for... Sonic?
I think you mean Sonic.
No, it says Sonic right here.
This may take a minute.
I agree with a lot of others that the show just got better and better the whole way through, getting more random every new episode you watch. The animation is good, there are quite a few enjoyable songs, and Dr. Eggman is very enjoyable as a character in the series as well. I've always liked when villains aren't always the bad guy and are very comedic. Okay, that one was good. That one was pretty good. I may even include this in the video because it's ironic and weird. In fact, I was probably planning. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to or not. Who knows? Who even knows? I don't even know right now. Okay, I probably won't. I can't say that I probably won't. I'm gonna be quiet now.
Tell you what, Egghead. You still got a couple seconds left. In the spirit of the new year, I challenge you to a dance-off.
A dance-off? What, are you making fun of me? Not cool, Sonic!
I'm serious. The end of the year is a time for letting loose and having crazy fun. What's more fun than a dance-off? So, we gonna dance or what?
Check this! What?
This is another show with an absolutely wild amount of creativity to it. The characters, the setting, and the stories are all very entertaining. The show does have a good amount of continuity in story arcs as well. The main character, KO, is an extremely nice character.
As an official helper of Gar's Bodega, I am going to help you see how great it is to help people. You'll never melt my icy heart. We'll just see about that.
With a darker side to him, which is an interesting concept. The way KO acts shows how good a person can be. The villain of the show, Lord Boxman, is a very comedic villain that hates friendship and anything to do with it. He also sells robots to the villains of the world. Yokai Watch is brimming with an insane creativity that is hard to find. The show is divided into 3 episodes per episode, and has a lot of different stories going on at once. There's the episodes where you have Koma-san and Komajiro, which are usually the more heartwarming ones, being stories about a couple of country folks that are trying to get used to life in the city with all the randomness that is going on. Both characters' personalities fit well together and are very cute to watch. Now we get on to the main story with Nate, where the majority of the episodes have a formula of, "Oh no, Aoki does a thing, and it is now up to Nat to stop it." While to some this could get repetitive, the stories remain so fresh and so different per episode that it has never really been that predictable to me.
If you're evil and you're on the rise, you can count on the 4 of us taking you down, 'cause we're good and evil.
Oh yes, this show will be near the top of a lot of lists, and for good reasons too. The animation is delicious, the stories are incredible and creative, and the music is amazing. This show has many good messages and relatable issues, as well as the darker side sometimes. The humor fits the show and the characters well.
If it's anything like driving a car, I should be fine. Whoa! It is like a car!
We'll watch your back while you take out those guns. Now launch!
Captain Mars is about to give the order to launch.
Okay.
The animation has really cool diamond things that are very beautiful, and I don't know why. I mean, look at those amazing shapes everywhere. The fusions in the show allow for more variety and character development. In fact, here's a fusion I made of me and Randy as Werewolf. Beautiful. The show actually used to be my favorite when I was younger. It's not that I don't like it as much anymore that it's done before, it's the fact that I've found shows that seem to be better to me. Ninjago is probably the show that I've stuck with the longest, and for a good reason too. It's got an interesting story, especially how even though the main story arc of the final battle has come to an end, any new season takes events that have happened before and transition it into the story of the new season pretty good. Almost perfectly. I've always really liked the characters and the story they go through, and how much they've all changed since. This is why it says TV shows rather than cartoons/anime in the title. Doctor Who is another extremely creative show with so much insanity boiled in. With the amount of time the show has been around, it still references events that happened over 30 seasons ago.
Love, pride, hate, fear!
Have you no emotions, sir?
Watching the show gives a perspective of what other areas in the universe could be like, while using scientific information and slight horror in the episodes. Whenever watching an episode, it's easy to get lost in what's happening because of how much is happening. I always really love the messages put out in the show, and the story continues adding on to what happened before. Wow, look at me! I'm in space! Wow, how amazing is that? Wow! Oh yes, while not a very common show to be at the top of the list, I absolutely love this show. I've watched through all 20 seasons, but I did miss some episodes because the first time I started watching through, I was using a shady website where a few of the episodes wouldn't load. While some say that the first season is the best, I personally feel that all seasons are the best. I loved going through the journey with Ash and all of his friends. I mean, the world has been saved quite a lot of times by Ash, his friends, and other characters in the series. And there are many other episodes that show something doesn't have to be epic to be good. These episodes are the ones that you would usually find between gym battles and in basically every episode of Sun and Moon. I'm talking about the ones that have such heartwarming lessons about how to treat others and lessons about friendship and happiness. It just gives me a warm feeling to go through these episodes, and it also shows how nice Ash and his friends can be, and how nice humans can be. Even Team Rocket, the villains, have had an amazing, sad, and funny past that really makes them relatable, and extremely hard to think of as pure evil. Pokemon also does the same thing that Doctor Who does, referencing to what has happened in the whole of the 20 seasons.
Every challenge along the way, with courage I